Alright, good afternoon everyone. I'm down here at the calf shed. Just come down to check on a calf that's been tagged. I need to confirm its number. But here are some of our replacements. Well, this is all of our replacements at the moment. We've got 64 cows calved currently, so that was today. Today we had a pretty big day. We had 11 today. 4 of those were from the heifer mob, and then 7 were from the springers, which are cows. So yeah, today's the 31st of July, so we're 6 days into calving. My last video I said that we had 30 cows calved. That wasn't in one day, that was just, I've got 30 cows total, and I think after that we had 32 or 34 cows, depending on how many we calved that day. So yeah, 30 is a big number. That would be pretty awesome, but it would be pretty busy. A big day for us is sort of 10 to 15, somewhere around there. On our last job we did have a day where we had 18. That was the biggest we've ever had, but yeah, that was a once off. So yeah, we had 11 today, so it was a pretty good day. It's good to, it bumps those numbers up when you get those big days. So the 3 heifers that we brought back today, got here 1, 2, 3. This one here was born yesterday. That's the one I need to check, and that number is 17, so I've just got to put it into Minder. And then these 4 here are from a few days earlier. So we got quite a motley coloured bunch because we're crossbreed. So crossbreed, you know, you always get a mix of Jersey looking ones to some Friesian-y ones. So yeah, the plan is this afternoon, me and Miriam are going to go and get the lates in, and we might draft some springers. We'll just have a look at them, otherwise we'll put them in another break for the day. They've just grazed the second paddock in new grass for the 3rd time, so yeah. But today it's been, the weather at the moment is just showers blowing through, so you just got to get out of the weather when they blow through. They don't last too long, so yeah, otherwise it's actually pretty nice. We're fairly sheltered down here out of the wind, and we're also going to go measure the test paddock for the gibberellic acid, and we'll see how much it's grown. Feels like a week has gone around really quickly. When we're busy on the farm, the days disappear. Right, let's get on with it. Right, so we sent our first lot of milk yesterday, 564 litres. So be interesting to see what the sow count is when it's such a small amount. It's either going to be high or low, so hopefully it comes back low, but yeah, fingers crossed. Alright, so I'm quickly going to measure the pasture. We're lucky there's trees just there which are sheltering us a little bit, so there's not so much wind noise. So yeah, I'll quickly go and measure the gibberellic acid, and we'll see how much it's grown. Right, so last time we measured the side that has had gibberellic acid sprayed on it, it was 1662 kgs of dry matter a hectare. So we will now plate meter it and see how much it's grown. Alright, so we're on 0. We're gonna now go and plate meter. So we should probably do another, I think I did 15 plunges last time, and we'll just go straight up the middle of this section. You can see there is a bit of grass in here. It's growing. So I just measured the piece that said gibberellic acid, and now we're up to 1816. What's funny? Right, so we measured it at 1816, and we're going to take off 1396 because that's what the average pasture cover was when we measured it the first time, equals 420. So I sprayed it 2 weeks ago today, so 2 weeks ago today, so we're talking 14 days of growth, so we can divide that over 14. So 420 divided by 14 equals, so the gibberellic acid is growing 30 kgs of dry matter a hectare a day. Well, that's what it's been growing for me. So now I'm going to measure the other side and we'll see how much it's growing. So you can see the bit of shading from this paddock. So it's not ideal because obviously you get shading in the afternoon here, and with the southerly it's now blowing right through by the barn there, so it's quite exposed up there. So this paddock has sort of got quite a few different, you could call it climates. You can see it's starting to get windy up here. So measured now at 1564. I think it was 1396 was the average, and then last time I measured last Sunday it had gone backwards, but it's just an average, so it was 1362. So according to this, it's growing 200 kgs of dry matter this week. So we measured 1564 minus 1396, which was the average, equals 168 divided by 14 equals 12 kgs a hectare. That's growing per day. So it is quite interesting. The test might not, like it's hard to put it into a test form, I guess, because when you measure them with a plate meter you can get a few discrepancies, as in the last week when we measured the side that hasn't had gibberellic acid, it was lower than the average, so that would make me think that there's more grass naturally on the side that has been sprayed with gibberellic acid. So yeah, but the difference between the sides at the moment, so the gibberellic acid is growing 30 kgs of dry matter a day over the last 2 weeks, and the side that hasn't is growing 12. So it's definitely growing more. It's definitely growing more grass. Yeah, I guess people will need to try it for themselves if you don't trust my testing. So yeah, it is interesting. Be interesting to see how much it's growing by the time we graze it. So when we're getting close to grazing it, I'll measure it to see the difference in the sides, and we will compare. So now I'm going to go and deal with these lates. So them off there is the clostrums, and then we've got the lates just on this side, so they're coming out now. You have to chase them up to the cow shed. I guess it's a good time to be drafting springers out. I did notice yesterday when I put them in there was one that was getting pretty close. You right there, Gil? I'm sure that's just the bag at the minute. Yep. Come on, take you back. So this will be my first milk fever case. That's not good. Right, got a bag for you. Right, so I've got this cow calving. She's got milk fever. The bag has been stood on, so it's got a hole in it, but we'll use what's left. Hey Miriam. got to slowly put it in. So she's right in the middle of calving. Yeah, this is actually my first case of milk fever out of 64 cows, that's pretty good. Hey Miriam. Boo. Alright, you gonna stand up, girl? Come on, up you get. Come on. Come on. Up. I need you to get up. Come on. So girl, look at that. Get on her feet. So we're gonna get her back to the shed, and I'll probably give her another one under the skin, another bag, and then we'll just monitor her. She should be able to calve by herself, so there shouldn't be any issues. But yeah, we'll get her back. There you go, girl. So I've done a pretty good job at grazing this off. Should come back pretty nicely. Alright, so here's our cow with milk fever. Just going to put her in the bale there and give her another bag under the skin. So we're not going to carve her, we're just going to give her a bag under the skin. Quite a few years back at our other job, I did have problems with nitrate poisoning at this time of the year with cows on new grass, so I've just got to be wary of this, but they're not going to be going on to any more new grass. That's it for now. So yeah, if that is the issue, then we should have resolved it. Oh, she's got plenty of fight left in there. That bag in the vein definitely helped. Hi Miriam, I'm coming, nearly done. Just got Miriam and the myrtle, the turtle. Get this bag in and then we'll leave her to it and we'll come back. Shortly, we've got some visitors coming soon. Just spread her up. Settle down. Right, that should keep her happy for a little while. We'll let her carry on. Right, me and Miriam are back at it. She still hasn't calved, so I'm going to stick her out in this paddock just here, and I'll check on her later tonight. So she'll be alright out there. Alright, so what I've decided to do is I'm going to leave the lates on the yard, and tomorrow after milking I'll draft springers out, and the springers can go straight over to the springers over there, and then the lates, I've got a break set for them this way. So that's the plan. It's just easier to leave them on the yard tonight. It's still a bit wet underfoot, so it's not going to matter. Yeah, I've got some other jobs I need to get done probably that are more important than this, so that's the plan. And we've left that cow, she's now out there in the paddock there, so we'll leave her and I'll come and check on her later, make sure she hasn't got milk fever again, make sure she's got that calf out. So yeah, that's the plan. Me and Miriam are going to go and set up some fences for the clostrums and milkers, so we're all set for tomorrow. Yeah, that's the plan. Let's get on with it. Alright, so what I've done is that's the clostrums there, They're on their last break today in that paddock, and they'll be coming through that paddock, through the gate, and they'll be break feeding down this side. Got a fence set up to split this paddock in half, and then they'll have the other side once they're finished on this side. So that's just how I do it. Pretty simple. Alright, so these here are our 7 crossbred bulls. So these here will tail the heifers down at the runoff. So yeah, they're looking good. 2 of those there are ex-contract bulls. I think the third one there, I think that's actually no, that one that's walking over the back. It's out of 191. Yeah, so they're looking good, but we'll just leave them in the back part of this paddock for a while, and we'll shift them on. There's Mum, she's still walking. There's the calf, so that's good. That's a good result. Alright, so that'll be it for this video. It's good that that cow is up and about, not down, lying down with milk fever. So yeah, tomorrow's meant to be a nice day, so yeah, hope everyone's having a good calving so far, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.